Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Something new for today. Bringing you massive value, as I would say, in every way. Looking at day 71. Not really feeling anymore like I just begun. Making progress. Seeing the next levels. Definitely getting over these hurdles. Definitely feeling like I'm doing some innovation now. Definitely feel like I'm doing something new that sets myself apart from everything else I do see online. So, you know, I just got to take my time and use my own mind in my own way and not go astray, stay on task, do the right math, and, you know, stay in abundance. Anything that's not with what I'm doing, let it pass by and not waste my time or even try to focus on that, laser focused on what I do so I can bring more value to you. Alright, so today, coming through something new. Marketing, version 1 almost done. Marketing dashboard for Stackivate. Essentially, I gotta do the synthesis. So if you don't know what that is, stay in tune. You'll learn something new. We got the synthesis and then also attribution. Same thing, if you don't know what that is, stay in tune and you'll learn something new. So, you know, right now the problem is I've got an 8 module maze. 8 different features right now on this dashboard. 8 separate titles with data inside means there's nowhere for the truth to hide. But clicking through each one is a chore. So I basically need a way to see much more. The solution, I've got to put in a needs attention row. One single panel, going to be high at the top, show me exactly where I should stop. Unreviewed radar and leads in the queue, aggregated items for a bird's eye view. So the logic is going to be the synthesis. Insights buried in a markdown file that really haven't been seen for quite a while. So I'll pull the top patterns and put them in line so the daily why of what I do can finally shine. So the goal that I got today is going from passive to prime. No more guessing or wasting my time. The dash will be sharp, simple, and sublime with aggregation live and synthesis clear. Version 1 of this build is finally here. So, now you know. So I got to go through, start with something new. So first, looking at the attention queue. This is mainly going to solve tab fatigue. So instead of checking each module every day or every time I use the dashboard, it's going to automatically pull up the most urgent tasks from the database, from the back end. The synthesis surface, I'm going to discuss why moving synthesis from a subpage to the home view is vital for the founder's intuition. It's going to keep the AI high-level insights front and center. So really, you know, this is a milestone. Version 1 of the app marketing system for Stackivate. Aggregation is the glue that turns 8 independent features into a single cohesive business system. Alright, so let's see. Let's start with the needs attention queue, and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, just lay out kind of like an overview of how it's going to be and the plan that you got for me, and I'll let you know what I think based on what I see. Alright, so we'll start with that one, and what I want you to do is ask any questions that you have for me. Otherwise, write a plan. Give me an overview of what it's going to be, and I'll let you know if it's good based on what I see. There we go. So I'll show you what the dashboard is looking like right now. Haven't done any work on design because this is only for me to use for now. I'm more focused on the function. Can do some design later after this is all done, just for fun. But right now, you know, I'm just trying to complete version 1, and that's gonna run mostly manually. I mean, every function will do its own job, but I'm gonna be the one that's, you know, going to each function and kind of like approving things one at a time, making things better, tuning everything in. Then version 2 is going to be, well, I guess you'll have to wait and see. Right now, focused on version 1, not 2 or 3. Alright, so, you know, we got capture, conversations that I'm having with potential prospects, observations, conversations, usually old that wouldn't make sense to take a part in because, you know, no one's really there anymore. Sourcing. This Reddit scanner. Originally built for the Reddit API, but the Reddit API is just being difficult to get a hold of, so I changed it into web sourcing. Found a different, essentially like a different API than Reddit that can just go across Reddit or anywhere else that I actually like better. That's going to help, you know, flow into capture and observations. Radar, something similar but more for like news. Help me know what else is out there, what's new in the game of beginner investing in general, so I can just keep making the project and the product better. Product ideas, that's going to be flowing from everything, you know, looking at patterns, kind of like what the synthesis does. Give myself ideas for new features, make old features better. Attribution, links for content, call to actions, and this outreach and content are more of like version 2 spots. Those are kind of spread out across everything, and that'll be part of version 2, just getting their own independent spots. So, all right. So you know, gotta give thanks every time. Life. If you got life, you got everything. Health and strength. Money can't buy life. Money can't buy health. Money can't buy love. Money can't buy respect. So you know, gotta look into what I do and make sure that the value is shining through. Doing what I do to create value, not just to make money. Besides, you know, focus on the money. It might make it turn funny. Focus on the value. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And the money will come after. The more value you create, the better. The more money it will flow through. And then you can use it to do more of what you do, whatever that would be. So you can create value more easily, more easier. I was looking at some old notes and I saw a note about DKIM setup email, talking about a lower price plan and multiple email addresses. I forgot what this was. Can you remind me? Building email infrastructure on a budget. Oh, that was quick. It's already built. Alright. Alright, so let's check it out. See a grid of cards, one per module that has live items. Alright, so looks like there's an error. I tried to refresh the page to check it out and I got this error. I'm going to attach a screenshot and let me know what you think. Also, I'm on a live stream, so verify that whatever this error is, that it's alright to show on a live stream if there's anything I need to do for security, because it just got showed on the live stream. Okay, it's working. There we go. Needs attention. Okay, so all the web sourcing stuff, I can go through one at a time. And I think the best part about this is going to be when I get this on the cloud and I could just like be sitting at the beach. I don't really sit at the beach though. I've got to be doing something. But anyways, yeah, sitting out, you know, just relaxing or something, and I could just do this from my phone. I don't even have to be at the computer. So I'm trying to run all these business systems so I can just access them and run them from my phone from anywhere. So got product ideas. Looking right. So I go through approve or reject. Just making sure there's a way I can skip these, save for later. Making sure that there's a way to get rid of them if I don't want them. Yeah, skip. I don't need to know how to get a student loan. I don't care that canvas hack is, well, I mean, that's too bad, but it's got nothing to do with this this business. Okay, so that's cool. We got a. That's why that built this so quick. It's not really much like a new build. It's just like taking the most valuable information and putting it at the top, so I can make sure everything's all caught up. Okay. Alright, so let's see what is next. I set up Obsidian today. It was not difficult, but it wasn't as easy as I think I had heard. So yeah, getting started with Obsidian, second brain, the vault. Seen a lot of potential with that. And you know, I could have set it up on the stream, but that was pretty boring. That was honestly, setting up Obsidian was one of the most boring tech things I've done in a while. But it did require some coding with Claude Code. It was just super easy. And alright, we'll see what's next. Alright, so what is your recommended high priority next task? I think you were mentioned later it was the aggregation or the synthesis. We already did the synthesis, so it was the aggregation. Oh man. 2-point game. Detroit and Cleveland. Just realized I'm on medium effort. Should have done max effort, but I'll switch it after this one. Alright, we got the current synthesis panel. This is just kind of a summary of all the synthesis from before. So I'm going to go back to the synthesis, make sure everything is right on that, because I think there are a few things. Alright, yeah, first thing, source breakdown and synthesis. Okay. Panel looks good to me from what I see, and I think you know, there's not much to it for now. This is just making things easier to navigate and work on what's most important. But when I look at the so I go to the synthesis panel just to like make sure it all matches up right. Looking at the synthesis panel. Alright. So everything looks good with that, and I'm looking at the synthesis panel to make sure it's matching, and under source breakdown in the synthesis panel, it says Reddit a certain amount of entries, unset a certain amount of entries, and then Reddit again for a certain amount of entries. So there's something wrong with that. You know, all the Reddit should be grouped together. I don't know why. If there's like two different groups of Reddit things, which there shouldn't be yet, from what I understand, then they should be labeled per group. And then that unset, I'm not sure what that is. I'm thinking that's just like Reddit that it didn't recognize. But let me know if you can find out what the problem is with that. Tie game. 45 seconds left. I knew this one was going to be close. There we go. That fixed part of it. Oh, I just didn't fill in a source, but they were all from Reddit. Okay. Alright, so that makes sense now. So some of them I probably didn't fill in the source, but I think they were all from Reddit. But like, you know, that's an extra step that I wouldn't need to do if you could just automatically list the source from the backfilling the source URL. If that's something you can do, let me know. Overtime. Don't have the TV channel, so I had to watch the highlights. Almost stopped watching. Troy was up by 9. Cleveland went on a 9-0 run just to tie it up. The last second. But anyway, yeah, stay focused on the marketing. Changing up so I don't hear the lyrics. So I'm gonna do synthesizer. No AI. At least I don't think so. I feel like they gotta be from Reddit. Hola Jobby D. How do you be? Good to see you. How you doing? What are you pursuing today? Guessing you got the new usage refresh on your Claude Code, building something new. I just saw something about how Codex is offering like 2 free months of unlimited use to any companies. I didn't really like read into it, but it sounds like, I mean, I don't know what the guidelines are, but I mean, if I own a LLC, then could I just contact Codex and be like, I want to use 2 months free unlimited for my LLC? That's kind of what I'm wondering. So what I saw is Codex free for the next 2 months for businesses. Maybe it is free for everybody, and you can just say your business. I don't know what kind of documents you need to provide them. You just say you're a business, and then they let you use it for free. That's what I gotta look into more. Alright, so let's see if this change went through. Just ask Claude to do some work for you. Been using Codex. I just set up Obsidian today. It was pretty boring to set it up, but see a lot of potential. Looking at getting an assistant to like a Hermes agent to you know, manage Hermes like a virtual assistant or virtual agent or something like that. Let's see. Codex with the latest GPT image gen is crazy. I bet. What is the main thing you're using it for? Just like UI for like sites and stuff? You've been following a lot of developers on Twitter. That's definitely a feature I got to add into my personal brand marketing dashboard. I'm gonna take a note right now. And username, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Good to see you back. I think I remember you from before. If not, welcome. Either way. There's been image gen along with using 3.js to make some killer apps with Codex. Next level. New wave. Synthesizer. So, yep, adding Twitter to the scan on a daily basis. And getting my personal brand stuff down better after the stream. It's a lot different from my marketing dashboard, that's for sure. One of the main differences in my personal brand dashboard is next.js, and marketing dashboard is Python, but doing more research, it sounds like I can use both of them. Like, it would make sense for all the marketing dashboards that I do. From all the research I did, it said like I should use Python for the back end basically, and next.js for the front end. But like, from what I understand, what I've heard before is that you don't want to like combine different coding languages like that in the same project. But I mean, you know, that was something I heard earlier when I was doing research, and maybe there's like some nuances to it to where, you know, if it's just the back end is like Python and the front end is next.js, then it's different. Main reason being, you know, the Python, if it was in the back end, it's going to process and store data better. Whereas next.js, if I had that for the front end, it's going to like, you know, like I've got right here, the this front end for the Python project is like the UI for it is like considerably worse, or the design is considerably worse than the next.js dashboard that I have. And it's I noticed it's a little slower too to process stuff, so I gotta look into that better. And feel like I'm definitely starting to get past the basic level of just building basic things. And people were coming on here yesterday talking about the features I was adding on were like, you know, super difficult and like way above their head, their understanding. And I was like, I mean, I felt like that was a sign that I'm like making a lot of progress, because you know, I'm not really like comparing myself much to like other features and other dashboards, and it's like, that's awesome. Alright, so let's see, what was the new part that I added on here? This is the overall dashboard. Two new features, the synthesis and the aggregation. Needs attention and that. Alright, so alright, that looks good. And it seems like everything is good for version 1 for you know, all the features we just added on right now. So I think why don't you let me know if you can think of any new features that would make sense to do with version 1, considering this is something I'm all doing like manually right now. And then I'm gonna, I think on version 2, get it so it like, you know, flows better. So like I'll do one task and it'll automatically like send it to the next whatever that would be. And then like, but I don't know, I don't want to get into that too much. Just let me know about version 1. Any more features that you think would make sense based on what's there so far. This Cleveland-Detroit game is crazy. Just watching the highlights on my phone. Detroit was way up. Overtime. Cleveland's getting the lead, but it's still a 3-point game. Alright, there's a lot of dashboard UI. You can have Claude emulate. For instance, you installed the Hashu design skill. Uses Claude design skill and helps you build better UI for anything. That's actually, I think I should do some UI for this dashboard. Now that I think about it, that's the most like probably highest leverage thing I think I could do. Is just kind of like the text is really small and the way it's flowing together. Ever since you installed it, made everything look top tier, no slop, no doubt. And I know a lot of people use just like Claude just for their like business systems, and like they'll have Claude with like cron jobs where it'll do like the tasks and stuff, and you know everything runs through Claude. But I would rather have it. The reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to rely on Claude. I want it to be like a system that I design based on my specific needs, that's custom to what I'm doing. And I could do all the like cron jobs and everything, like set it up through an agent and then put it on the cloud so it's like easier to access from anywhere. And you know, I don't want to build systems that are reliant on like a Claude or a Codex, because I mean, who knows, like Claude could like, you know, up their usage cost. Claude could have like technical issues, like anything like that could happen. I want to have it like automated systems that are independent, basically. And have username, have you or Javi ever used Obsidian? Seems like it's like kind of annoying to set up. I mean, the setup was like boring, but like getting all the info in there and getting it like a workflow kind of like going, it seems like it's maybe like kind of annoying, but it sounds like once I get it set up, then it would be totally worth it. Haushu makes it yours, like you can let it be the brand color style fonts, so it becomes gospel for that interface you're working on and doesn't hallucinate since it's a skill. I'm gonna look into that right now, that Haushu. Alright, somebody from the chat was mentioning Haushu for design. Let me know more about that. It sounds like it works through Claude Code as like a skill. Help me understand that and like how I might want to use it for like a marketing dashboard. Dictation said house shoe. I was like, nah, house shoe. Haushu. Do you like Notion better than Obsidian? Who's your preferred second brain? There's something for everyone. Your brain just can't process the way Obsidian plays it out. Too top level for your brain. No doubt. That's good to know. I think that'll be the next question that I look into here. I should switch it up on the LLM that I'm looking at. Alright, how to. It's a GitHub repo. Oh, that how to is a GitHub repo. Okay. Interesting. All right. Going to take a note for that real quick. Alright, so now I wanted to look at Notion versus, Alright, that makes sense. So now I want to understand better. You know, I just set up Obsidian, and somebody in the chat was saying they like Notion a little bit better. Obsidian is too difficult. And considering, like, my main use case is, you know, setting up an Obsidian across, like, everything I do, and then having an AI agent on top of it to, like, kind of help me manage everything. Explain to me kind of like, what, like, I don't know Notion too well first, so explain to me, like, a brief overview of Notion, explain how it's different than Obsidian, and what you think is better for my use case, or, like, kind of also, like, the pros and cons of each one for my use case. Had a feeling to bet on Cleveland today, but that would have been a stupid bet because that was going to be a close game either way. So what I'm seeing is the hardest part about Obsidian compared to Notion is managing the plugins, which was definitely I had Claude help me set those up, and it was super boring to set up. But I think I got them down pretty good to where I won't have to mess with them much anymore. Obsidian has the graph view that visually connects to the ideas, so I can kind of see things better. But it looks like the main thing is like, the main difference is like the Notion has a built-in AI agent, but it's probably going to be, what do you think about the Notion built-in AI agent? Is it very customizable, or does it just kind of like work like one way that Notion programs it? Because it sounds like, you know, I want to build my own AI agent that I would make more customizable. And then also, sounds like Notion, if I were to use it across different projects with like Claude or Gemini or Codex, I would be paying API costs. So not really sure. Maybe I'll even try them both and just keep the best one. That's another thing too. It looks like Notion can see your data. Obsidian is privacy. So if I were to build out business systems for businesses, because everything I've researched about building out systems for other businesses, it sounds like they're always recommending Obsidian, and that I think makes the most sense right there. Why they're doing that, because a lot of businesses are all about like their data being private. So if it's on Notion, then that's not the case. But I mean, also I think a lot of businesses use Notion anyway. Using the AI agent can make stuff for you on the fly. And just, we have different use cases, so. But I think I'm going to try Notion too, just to see what it can do. I asked Gemini to give me summaries like a guru. Alright, so back to the code. So I'm building or just editing the existing observations and captures. And I think after I do these simple cleanup, basically like cleanup things for version 1, I'm gonna do some basic design stuff on this dashboard. Make it easier on my eyes. Mainly the text is like too small. Alright, check out what I just built. Okay, so it should basically just pre-fill. If I do a new observation. So I'd have to get an observation. Alright, so that will take me into like adding some new features and going over some new observations, which I wanted to do anyway. And yeah, I should commit this first. Thank you. Those allergies, I feel like just kind of getting over it. 2 days ago was the worst of it. That wind was picking things up, and I was feeling it yesterday too. Woke up today feeling all right. It's the remix. Got allergies. I got a lot of allergies, draining me of my energies. So I'm trying to stay away from the pollen. If you know, you know. That's crazy because I never had allergies until like a couple years ago. Alright, build number 2, why not? I have another old note about Gemini embedding. Don't remember what that was about. Can you explain to me what Gemini embedding is? It's the mathematical bridge that allows AI to understand the meaning of the notes rather than just the keywords. Try clicking on the caption headers on the dashboard, captures header on the dashboard. There are no captures yet because I'm still having conversations, so I guess I didn't do it for observations. Kind of should have. Looking at the chat, you started using Miro. Never heard of that one. Frame up ideas and notes, inspiration, even wireframing. I'm gonna look into that next. I think it's going to be important for token usage to minimize it. I think you're saying to have the right easy markdown framing notes so AI can easily get data and move stuff around. How's my wireframing? That's a good question. I'm going to look into that next. You paused app development until you understand scaffolding better and where to house assets, etc. You think what you have now is a soup. And I definitely have done that in the past. I started building out, I learned that real quick trying to build my first major app, that's Stackivate. And I built it just like it was just one big file, and I quickly learned. I could probably learn more about scaffolding. That's actually even a good question. I think I could even ask Claude just when it's done doing this part of the build. I think that would be a good one for Claude to say, like, you know, check out my scaffolding on this app. Let me know. And so after I'm reading about this, the embedding, which doesn't sound like it's, you know, that big of a deal that it makes sense to spend much time on building something like this. Then I could, I'm going to look into that Miro and then scaffolding, like best practices. Welcome to the chat just for tonight. Bing bong. It's the night man, no doubt. It's the way to be. Definitely respect every time. Big up yourself. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. And, you know, welcome to the community. It's all unity and abundance. So we can all run this together. Getting in on the new weather, the new change, the new wave. I feel like this kind of technology is the new craze, where it's going to be in the future as far as I can see. So, you know, what is your skill set in regards to everything that's new with AI and vibe coding, agentic orchestration, business, building apps, you know, keeping that abundance mindset. You know, anything's possible. You just got to reprogram your subconscious mind to believe it's true and can do whatever you want to do. What hardware am I running? Like Windows? I guess that would be software. That's a good question. That's like, should be an easy question to know. And let's see. Somebody in the chat just asked me what hardware I'm running, and I feel like that's a super easy question, and like I don't even know. I feel like I know, but like I don't know why I don't know. What would that be in reference to? Hardware? That's like the computer, is it like an Apple or like a Mac or like a PC? That's hardware, right? I mean, I used to build computers, and I like. Oh, like the specs, I think. Okay. Basically, I mean, pretty standard high-end dev setup. I mean, it gets the job done. I don't remember every single spec off the top of my head, and I don't have time to stop what I'm doing to go look it up right now. All right. What hardware do you think is best for vibe coding? What hardware do you run for? Do you vibe code? And do you code? What hardware do you think is best? What do you run? And I don't even need to know the specs, just like, you know, like summary. These are like custom build. Okay, so we got capture observations below the tags input, reuse existing row of clickable chips. Let's see. Okay, they're clickable now. No, I don't see that. Oh, reuse it. Okay, tags input for a new one. Okay. Yeah, that's what it did. Okay. So now I don't have to like manually write in. Like it picks up the common tags and I can just click them. It'll add them automatically. That's pretty cool. Bing bong. Dude gets straight to it. Usually they try to finesse a little bit, but that one just went right into it. So you know a lot about marketing is all about offering a lot of value. A lot of businesses offering a lot of value. I can tell you in life and networking and stuff like that, it's important to offer value before you just, you know, ask for something. That's some game right there. You know, the game is supposed to be sold, told. Game is supposed to be sold, not told, but I'm laying out some free game right now. What is the next feature that you were planning on building? Number 2 pencil or a 401k? Looks like we got 401k. Not a bad feature. Before you build the next feature, remind me again what it is. Welcome to the chat, RX842. Respect due to you. How do you do? Hope everything is good. Getting into the marketing dashboard for the Stackivate app. Finishing up version 1. Adding a few things just for fun. They got real value too, but you know, just did the search function. I use both Claude and Codex. Mostly Claude for building, Codex for auditing. And looking to implement Gemini soon too. Just set up Obsidian today. Got a whole list. LLM, I switch it up. Let's say it's kind of a tie between Gemini and Claude. GPT coming in third. I like to run bigger ideas by all three. So, you know, they kind of each give like a little bit different information. So I like using them for certain use cases, like a panel. How much have I heard? 0 so far. Just launched the MVP of the first app. I don't know, about a little over 2 weeks ago. Just making that better. So, you know, building slow and steady. Nothing fast here, but everything I build is going to be sustainable, you know, from 0 to hero, counting zeros in the bank account, basically building the foundation. And you know, I feel like it's going to be like slow growth, and then it'll just pick up, and then exponential. It's just going to be a process. You know, I'm like 3 months in, thinking by about month 6 that should really start to see real growth. I've started a lot of businesses in the past, and I think the quickest I've really started making like anything substantial is like really 6 months. But when I start due, as soon as I make that first dollar, I'll post it. Right now it's 0, and Oh yeah, I was just reading that real quick. Let's see, in the chat, because of Alex Finn, Obsidian. Never heard of Alex Finn. Obsidian, I've been looking into building out certain projects, and Obsidian seems to be the best use case for what I'm trying to do. Building out business systems. Marketing dashboard is the first. Already did a personal brand market dashboard that's version 1, almost ready for version 2. This one is the app marketing dashboard, which like I'm just getting done building version 1 today pretty much. And then I'll put in some work into it to tune it up, make it better. Then I can start with version 2. And thinking I'm gonna do a CRM dashboard or CRM system next for this app. How can you build a truly automated bot? Well, there's many ways. I think the main thing is like, what is your use case? What do you want to get done? What problem are you trying to solve? You could, sounds like for the main 2 automated bots people are using right now is Claude Bot and Hermes Agent. You could build your own. I can kind of help guide you with that if you have more context. And especially, you know, like, let me know if you're building anything in particular that you're trying to get out, whether it's like a paid app or free or a website, whatever it might be. And I can think my skill set, the best advice I would be able to give you would probably be in regards to business and marketing. I'm slowly getting better. Well, I was slowly getting better. Now I feel like my learning curve is getting a lot faster with learning, developing, and vibe coding, agentic orchestration, that kind of stuff. So, you know, give thanks for business and abundance. Give thanks for health and strength. Give thanks for providing value. Give thanks to the Creator. Give thanks to the originators. just added this part where can organize the observations and the captures by date, which right now is not that big of a deal, but when I start to get into the hundreds, maybe even 50s, it's going to be big, going to be major. What is the next feature you were planning to build? So I think for right now I'm going to stop with the building and just kind of like get into some other things that I want to look at for this version 1. Starting with scaffolding. Looking at the scaffolding of this project, let me know what you think. I have a basic understanding of scaffolding and I want to get better. So basically, you know, explain it to me like I'm a beginner in regards to understanding scaffolding, and let me know how it's set up, how it relates to, like, you know, professional scaffolding setup. And what are some things that I could do better if you see anything. Yes, sir. Level up. Elevate. Gonna elevate every time. Level up. Way up. Way up. So here's what pros usually do differently. Looks like I've got kind of like one layer of all the different, I guess, files, folders, and they've got it layered. Let's see how this is different. Yes, sir. 80s music vibe. This one is the one they named VHS. I had to switch the elevator. The elevator station was too slow for right now's vibe, so I wanted to switch it to the VHS. It reminds me of the Rocky movies, like all the training scenes. That's about all I remember from 80s music. I would have to say Rocky 3 and Rocky 4. Some of my favorite movies. Mr. T in Rocky 3. Man, that was a good character. But Rocky 4, dude went to Russia. But it wasn't even Russia, that was actually the Tetons in Wyoming. They just said it was Russia. Welcome back, Code Langston. Respect every time, big up yourself. Have I been all night? This stream's been going about almost 2 hours now, so let's say not quite all night, but you know, I just might. Yeah, so you know Rocky 4, I always thought that was Russia, and then I remember seeing a fact and it was like, no, that's the Tetons. That was in Wyoming. They just made it look like it was Russia, but no, that was probably not too far from like Yellowstone and Jackson. Thank you for the luck. But you know it's all abundance. It's all about putting in the work. It's all about giving thanks to the Most High and being blessed and providing value for everybody. And so I would say the more value I provide, the more comes back. So I try to not see things in terms of luck. I think it's more about like karmic forces and powers of the earth and the Most High Jah, the Creator. So there's no reason to praise any imitator, any golden statues. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. We got golden statues out here, man. That man actually built a golden statue, man, just like the evil king of Babylon from the Bible. Making everybody praise the golden statue. Until the real one showed up and said, no, man, we don't follow your golden statue. We don't bow down to gold. We don't bow down to that money. So he threw them in the flames. He threw them in the fire. But they never got burnt. Showing them there's a higher power. The interface, what does it look like? I'll show you right now. Version 1 is pretty much done. So, whoa. That was crazy. I just got a notice saying OBS disconnected. That was like the exact same time Javi was talking about using Claude to create some OBS Streamlab theme packages. But it reconnected quick, so wow. That was must be a sign. Interesting. I think it cut the music too. Yeah, what? Oh, there we go. So let me know if you can hear me now. Basically, just got right the same time, Javi, that you posted that message about creating some OBS Streamlab theme packages. I got a notice saying my OBS disconnected, and then it reconnected like 10 seconds later. So I've never had that happen before, from what I remember. That was very I don't even know the word for that one. Got me scratching my head right now. I don't know. But anyways, back to the dashboard. Yes, coincidence is a good word, I would say. It sounds like it seemed like it only crashed for like 5 minutes, and it looks like just the audio must have went out from what you noticed. I can't really see. It didn't seem like I was looking everything over, and it didn't really seem like, you know, it's still showing the counter going, like how long I've been going live, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's a lag and it hasn't updated yet, but as long as it came back, I mean, everything seems good. So back to the interface. All right. Captures and observations. Conversations I'm having with potential users, passive research on existing online threads, sourcing, waiting on the Reddit API, so I made web sourcing, which was even better. Exa-powered web search for audience fit content, Reddit only in version 1. Radar, track competitors in the financial education niche. Product ideas, using kind of all this stuff to find patterns to have new product features and make other features better. Synthesis does more of just, you know, finding patterns and stuff. Attribution, links for call to actions and bios, stuff like that, so I can see where the clicks are coming from. And now I'm doing some scaffolding. If you have any individual questions on any features in this marketing system for this app, let me know. Let's see. So I think what I'm gonna do while this is doing that. Oh yeah, I didn't even have the code up. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the marketing section. I'm not sure if this dashboard is gonna work while this part is up. We'll see. Gonna get some new features. Gonna look at this marketing content and see what it thinks for adding new features. Alright, so I'm ready to pick up where I left off. And you know, I got those features out right now. And I think we did everything to make sure that they're like you know, uniformed, so they're all following the same structure. Just wanting to double check that everything's already done so that the SEO and AEO features are built in. Like whenever I build a new feature, it sounds like it's automatically gonna implement those, you know, answer these questions and I guess where you think this is going next. So Javi, I noticed, now I'm done looking at the interface, I noticed that you're talking about creating some OBS and Streamlabs theme packages. What would that be? I'm not really sure. I know I just started using OBS like a couple months ago when I started this challenge, and for the most part it's working alright. I've had a few issues with the audio. Where certain features seem to change, but other than that, everything's been good. But if there's any way to make it better, that would be awesome to know, or even just to know like what you're working on, what is possible with like OBS to make it better. I think this is my favorite song on this channel. Okay, so awesome. It sounds like OBS. I picked the right one. You're working on templates for the stream UI. That's awesome, because like this is the only one, like the template that comes with it, that I know of at least. Cool stuff that goes around in the screen. I guess just like adding kind of like maybe how like my video from the webcam is like on top of the browser, stuff like that. Let me think. What would I think would be better? Make it better for like layouts when people comment, for the camera box and screen box. I think with the chat, if there was some way to like maybe reply to like either just YouTube or just Twitch, because I feel like, you know, if I'm replying to somebody on Twitch in the chat, the people on YouTube are just seeing a message, because from what I understand, I type a message and it goes to Twitch and YouTube. But maybe that's just something I could just change in the settings. It's probably not that big of a deal. But definitely the theme can tell people real fast what the channel is about. I believe that. So having different themes. Maybe the UI could be a little bit better, especially for the chat window. Maybe some kind of features you could do, like, what do you call it? Where there's like the, you know how like there's apps where you can change like your camera view to get like different effects. Yeah, like you could change the effects on the camera, whatever's coming through. That would be cool. Alright, so I like how you got option 1 as first. And is this something for the, is this something I would implement into the actual Stackivate app, or is it in the marketing dashboard? I want to do option 1, but before you do, I want you to write out like you know, each individual I guess feature or thing that it's doing, and give me like more of a explanation as to what it's actually doing. I want to understand it better. And if you're just tuning in, you know it's time to win. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, the like button. Get the algorithm, get this information out to more people so I can provide more value. And you know, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm coming through with new information steady. So you can be ready. The information on this station, it's all about elevation, internal regulation, so you can follow your own path and find ways that make your life better, providing more value to more people. Come back to you, karmic forces, powers of the earth. Give thanks every time, health and strength. Invest in yourself first. Then you know we got Stackivate for everything after that. Stackivate do the math for you. Show you how to get into investing. Stackivate.com, Stackivate. Got the links in both YouTube and Twitch, so you could Google it too, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. Free tier, risk-free way to learn investing. Stop guessing, start investing, and essentially building out the biggest and best free library of tools and information for learning investing. And the paid tier will be at least like 20x what it's worth, or what the cost is. So you know, right now it's only like $15 a month, and it's a journal, automatic journaling, coaching, real-time investing, learn before you earn, have your money work for you. That's what I do. Been in the investing game for some time, so I got a lot about that on my mind. Always felt like, you know, the wealth gap is getting worse. It's massive, so need to do something to bring more equality onto the scene. make everybody have a chance at their own dreams so they don't have to trade their time for money so much. Start out. Anybody can learn this. Anybody can learn investing. It's not as difficult as the hype makes it seem. It's actually pretty simple. I think in the past there was more of a one-size-fits-all approach. I think investing has helped me know myself better, and the more I know myself, the better I get at my own style of investing. And the better I get at my own style, the better I do. So I'm trying to bring that value to you through this app. Not only that, but I'm working on the marketing dashboard right now for Stackivate. Got the background in the business, marketing. Got into vibe coding at first to build business systems, and building out my ideas. Like, I've had this idea for Stackivate for so long. You know, make investing education available to everybody. Make it simple. You know, in the past there was only really just like, you know, articles and courses, and making tools that are really gonna give people the experience they need, because it's really difficult to learn investing from just reading articles, even courses. Just doing some research on making the marketing better for the app. Alright, Javi, until next time, take care. Good conversations as usual. Alright, that's awesome. So, do you think I will notice anything in the way this works now? Will maybe certain things run faster? Anything like that that I would notice just from using the dashboard? Everything's still looking good. Everything's running right. Awesome. All right. So it looks like now that's it for the dashboard right now. I'm going to be moving back to add some marketing features from what I implemented on the dashboard onto the actual app itself. So I'm just gonna finish reading about that research I was doing. Then I'll make those changes. Oh yeah, I should probably commit that. So do you think I should do a commit? And if so, I was also thinking it's probably a good time to do an audit based on everything we just did, and I want to do that audit with Codex. So let me know which one you think would be better to do first. Probably the commit, right? I don't want you to launch it because this sounds like a bigger audit. Whenever I do a Codex audit through Claude, that's more than just like one or two small features. It usually freezes up. So write me a prompt that I can just give to Codex, and I'll have Codex do the audit, and then I'll paste the results back to you to make the changes. And make sure it's an audit for like everything we've done in this session, including the refactor. I'm thinking do everything except for authoring the tools now. So do 1 and 2, and then set up the infrastructure, and remember, just remind me later for the FAQs. And guess let me know if you have any more questions. Otherwise, go ahead and you can write a prompt. Good morning to you, Danfrey. Welcome back to the chat. Respect every time. Good to see you. And you know it's night here, but can still see clear through the darkness. Always shining the light in everything I do. Staying true. So hope you're doing good. And you know, what country are you from? Where is it morning? In the USA, Chicago time zone. So we got like almost midnight over here. Oh, Russia, okay. No doubt. Never been to Russia yet, but I remember the Winter Olympics. Looked like they had some good mountains out there for snowboarding. Other than that, I definitely would like to check it out. I just like to travel. Don't really know too much about Russia, but just like to go to like new places and kind of get a refresh from like the current routine. Yeah, we were just talking about that movie, that Rocky IV, where that Ivan Drago from Russia, and I was talking about how some music I was playing reminded me of the music from Rocky IV, where he was like training in the mountains, and that was supposed to be like in the movie. It was like supposed to be like he flew into Russia, but like I found out that wasn't even Russia. That was this one mountain range in America in Wyoming called like the Tetons. And I was like, man, that wasn't even Russia. Like, I always thought when I was like watching that movie a long time ago, like that was what Russia looked like. But no, they tricked me. Definitely. U.S. has got a lot of cool places. I feel like, you know, I've traveled. I know the whole U.S. pretty well. It's like kind of like I think what time of year it is kind of depends on where the best place to go. Right now, a lot of places are good. I think would have to say probably like the north, probably like, you know, New York, Seattle, just getting nice. Chicago is still kind of cold. All depends on like what your like cities, mountains, beaches. Texas barbecue, okay. Texas barbecue. I think I've only been to that's one place I haven't really been to other than the airport. Texas got some good barbecue though. I've been to Texas barbecue places. Kansas City, it's got good barbecue. Memphis. I think food, New Orleans, that's like one place that's got some really good food. I like all the seafood. Up in like northeast, like Maine, Boston, they got a lot of good seafood. Project's going good. So I just basically finished version 1 of let's see. I'll show you real quick. Marketing dashboard. Alright, so here's version 1. Today I added like the most important things that like I need to do to the top. So like if I were to, you know, once I put this on the cloud, I can go on my phone. I can just hit the web sourcing and it'll show me like these I need to go through and like basically read them. Like, is this a good idea? Something that I want to source? If yes, I can extract it. If not, I can skip it, go through these. And these are essentially like conversations that my target audience is having. And it'll extract marketing stuff like pain points and audience segments. And all that information goes into the database to help craft the marketing for the app. So then Radar was like searching the internet for kind of like new stuff, new features, news about like, you know, fintech, stuff like that. That's going to be for the niche I'm in. It collects like the most relevant articles. I tuned it in to collect like what was relevant to my niche, and then it gives a summary for each different like category that it finds. Like here's college investors. It says that's like a big topic right now. Fintech in general. And then there's like different sources. Like this one's like a blog or like a information source for my niche. Got product ideas. These come from finding patterns from another synthesis feature that I just built yesterday. Kind of had a version 1 of a synthesis for this before, but like yesterday I made it a lot better. So this will find patterns and pain points, stuff like that, recommend new product features, way to make the features I already have better. Current synthesis, which is basically like giving me a rundown of everything in the observations. We got you know, conversations to capture that I'm having with potential users, observations of just conversations that I'm not personally involved in. Sourcing, still waiting on the Reddit API, but well, that was like a blessing in disguise that, you know, one door was closed, many more are open. Reddit was being difficult with getting me an API. So I found another way and it was way better. So now I just have, instead of like doing sourcing for like different channels, I have one sourcing that can go across Reddit and pretty much everything I tune it into. That gives me better conversations way quicker than doing it manually. Radar, I was already showing that. Product ideas showed that. Synthesis, what I just built yesterday. Attribution, links for call to action. So I can track where the when people click on the links, I can track what brought them there, what marketing content brought them there. Make the marketing better. That's pretty much it for version 1. And did like some simple things today, like added like a search bar to find things easier. Right now I'm just finishing up, did a refactor and an audit, and audit found a ton of stuff, so doing like a double audit. just to verify that it worked, and then I'm going to go back to the actual app itself, the Stackivate app, and implement some of the like marketing insights that I got from there back into the app, so it automatically applies them, so that's like easier for, so like the Stackivate app and the dashboard won't specifically communicate with each other, but they'll share a common database, and then these things will make it easier for like the information to like line up when the database extracts that, and eventually I'm like using AI to find patterns in that information and make everything better, so it all kind of runs on a loop. Thank you. Definitely been putting a lot of work into this. First of many business systems. Well, actually second. I did a personal brand marketing dashboard first. The main difference between that one and this one is that one's on Next.js and this one's on Python. But from the research I'm doing, it sounds like I can combine both, and I can do Python for more of like the back end and Next.js for the front end and the UI. Especially I plan on making these business systems so I can customize them for other businesses or other people that are doing, you know, personal branding. And for this one, it would be like other people who are building apps. So I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of developers out there that are really getting into building their own projects now that AI has progressed so much in the past, like, you know, maybe 6 months. And a lot of these people really don't understand marketing that well. Now I have you know, maybe 15 years where I've been studying marketing at, I'd say, a high level from like the best marketers out there. So building these systems, and you know, as more people build apps, it's going to be more difficult for their apps to get noticed, from being more like a needle in the haystack. So marketing is really like what's gonna get people noticed, whereas like, you know, there was a time you could just throw your app on the App Store and the App Store would kind of market it for you, but now there's just so many apps on there. And now it's like the other upside to that is if you're doing the marketing yourself, and if you're good at marketing, like why even use the App Store when they're going to take like 30% of your profits, right? You could just make your own, like, you know, app so people could download it to their phones if they wanted to, or their tablets, but they don't have to buy it through the App Store. Looking into Solana. You know, Solana is they got their own phone, and they just had a deal where if you bought it up to, I think it was like 2 days ago, you got a second phone for free. But essentially Solana's got their own app store, and the way they're doing it is like they take like, I think like 1% of each sale. So it's, I think they're really trying to be a main competitor with Apple. And I wouldn't be surprised, like their phone looks legit. I definitely want to get one, just haven't had time to get to it yet, because I have to go and I have to buy the can't remember the name of the crypto, but it's like I don't have that exchange that crypto's on to buy the phone, but I'm sure they'll make it easier to get it over time. All right, I'm going to check out what the context is. Yeah, 58%. It's trying to keep it under 60%. That's awesome. All right, I just did a looked at the context, and there was a suggestion that the file reads using 83.6k tokens, and I could save 25k tokens if I am rereading files. Consider referencing earlier reads. Use offset/limit for large files. Can you explain that to me better, how that works? I'm guessing it's something I would do at the beginning of a new new conversation, I guess you would say, like when I start a new terminal. Awesome. So now I'll change the project, get the marketing down, get the app up. I'm going to build SEO AEO infrastructure for the per tool meta titles and descriptions. So this should automatically, but it'll apply to the existing 5 tools and tools index. Future tools auto inherit by following the template. Awesome. I just told Claude to update Risk versus Horizon's registry title, but you could help me with the commit prompt. So go ahead and create that, and I'll commit this with that prompt after Claude is done doing what it's doing. Welcome back, Sir Knight. Hope you're doing all right. Yes, I'm still here. Can still see clear through the shade, through the fog. So got version 1 of the marketing dashboard done. Now I'm thinking moving on to the CRM will be next. So just gotta do marketing stuff. I'm doing a lot of that off stream. Trying to keep mostly the building stuff on stream. I can do like explanations of what I'm doing with the marketing, but I feel like it's pretty basic. Like when I show you guys the marketing dashboard, you can pretty much see how it works and what it's creating. So that should be pretty easy. I think I gotta do at least like a week or two of actual marketing and get feedback, so I can dial some things in with version 1. Then I can do version 2. So maybe it'll be like now I move to version 1 of the CRM, and then go back while I'm doing that, do the marketing. Then maybe go back to version 2 of the marketing. I don't know. I'll just figure it out as I go. And welcome in Novari. Not sure how you say it, but either way, it's good to see you today or tonight, whatever it is. Give thanks. Respect every time. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for health and strength. So what field do I have experience in? Many fields. The most, though, is entrepreneur, marketing. I've been doing business for like 15 years now. Marketing is my favorite topic of business to study. I've been studying from the top marketers for many years and building businesses. So, I felt like I was already working on one business that I'm going to get back to once I'm done with this Stackivate that I'm working on right now. I wanted to start something new and fresh with Stackivate for the stream. But essentially, what got me into this was building marketing and business systems. I didn't really realize my abilities until I started building. And then I started building, I realized that I could build this investing app or tool, site, whatever you want to call it, that I've had, the idea for many years for providing a lot of value. I felt like I could provide a lot of value by you know, helping people learn to invest, learn to make their money work for them. I always felt like there was a big problem with the wealth gap, and I think the best way to solve that would be getting everybody on a level where they understand investing. And now that AI has come along, it's even better because it makes it so much easier for everybody. But essentially, you know, I think a big pain point I see right now is that a lot of people, or especially our developers that are, you know, they had jobs as developers, a lot of them have been laid off. And a lot of them even now have time, that aren't laid off, have time to build their own projects on the side. But a lot of them don't really understand business and marketing. So I can, like this marketing dashboard I just created for this app, I could basically customize it for any app. Personal brand dashboard, same thing. Plan on having or yeah, that's going to be the first business system product that I'm going to sell. I'm just starting to work on that, making a marketing dashboard, like a version 1 that I can get out there and, you know, get it to my audience first for a massive discount for the version 1, and then they'll just get, you know, everything I build out for the later versions for free. So basically, if you have any questions about marketing or business especially, I can help you the most in that. And I've been very grateful to get a lot of help from people in the chat in regards to learning and understanding coding and developing and vibe coding, agentic orchestration, doing some scaffolding stuff earlier. Definitely making a lot of progress. When I look back, I had no idea, you know, when I started, that I'd be at this level by now. And I feel like I'm almost getting caught up with like AI, to where, like, you know, the updates and the new tools come out like every other week. And it was, I just put in the work. Felt really overwhelming at first, hearing about all these different tools and hearing about all these updates coming out all the time. And I'm still trying to learn like the basic stuff, but you know, I just have faith and I stuck with it. And now I'm like I just set up Obsidian today. Took me like maybe 2 hours. And that's going to be linking everything I'm doing together, you know, like the vault, the second brain, getting into AI agents soon, like building agents that can like help run all my systems. There's so much I still want to do, and progress is super motivating. So how about you? What do you do? What's your experience in? And good to have you on the chat. push to GitHub. Got the complete SEO AEO foundation in place. Let's see, what would I do next? What do you think about finding another tool? I just created like some new features to the marketing dashboard where it gets information from different sources other than Reddit. So I wanted to like try that and see what you think. I've got a like a web crawler type thing, and I'm gonna give you, if you think we could try that, I'll give you some screenshots of some ideas that it gave me, and let me know what you think about using these for ideas. I could take a look at your project, Denfrey. You can't put a link in the chat, but if you want to say the name of your project, I can search it on Google, and I can let you know what I think. And also check out Stackivate. You can search it on Google. Let me know what you think of the free tier for Stackivate so far. So basically each one of these is going to have a summary on top of the screenshot, and it's going to have the ideas and then the individual articles that I can click into to get more information about those ideas. And you know, let me know too if you think that this would be like getting too far ahead of where I'm at. If I should just be like focusing on the observations that we've got so far. I know there's like 30. Maybe even we're at a point where I should be collecting more observations, and that would be the highest leverage thing to do. So I guess give me your read on, like, you know, where I'm at, what I just built. Also, if you see anything that can make what I just built better. But I think that's I would guess that's kind of like looking too far ahead. But I just wanted to mention that, so let me know what you think. Oh, so your product is on Vercel. Okay, let me see, what would I have to do? I'd have to go on Vercel. I think, since it's on Vercel, I don't have Vercel, on this browser. So I'm gonna have to check that out off stream. But, let me know what you think. Like, give me kind of a rundown of what it does and what you want information, feedback on. You know, what are the features the main features I would want to check out? What do you want to know about them? I'll take a note right now. Vercel, Veritas, -add. Good to know. So I think I'm on the brink of starting up something that's going to take a while. And looking at the time, I feel like I accomplished what I set out to accomplish today and a little bit more. So, I would have to say that's about it for today. And hopefully you got a lot of value off what I had to tell you. Make sure you hit that like button. Like up the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, coming through with new information steady. You can be ready to tune into the station for more value for every nation. So you know, it's all about the community, unity. It doesn't matter where you're from. We all come together, no matter the weather. And everyone can get better sharing information. So I think I'm gonna end on that, and my plan is that tomorrow I'll be back and I'll be starting a new task. I'm thinking it's gonna be the CRM. Not 100% sure yet, but don't fret, it's gonna be a new business system. And I'll be working on the marketing for version 1. So then I can definitely get done with that system and, you know, have everything running better. It's only a matter of time. You know, slow going on this first business, but, you know, I get these systems set up and get the business working right. And each business I build after that is just going to be faster and better. And can't wait to see how that all plays out. Without a doubt, I don't know, you know, I'm just giving thanks and letting the Most High Creator guide me as I go, and staying in my own flow and doing what I know. So, looking at one last comment, do I have a Discord server? I do, but I don't have a channel for this yet. The old channel did not work out. I did it wrong from the start, so that is on my list of things to do by the end of the week, is get up that new Discord server. So when I get that done, I'll make sure to, I know I got the old link in there still in the description. I'll make sure to get that new link in there. Definitely on my list. So, now I know, time to go. I'm out for tonight. That is it.